Hey guys, it's Micah from Sapulpa Times.
And Lucy with the City of Sapulpa.
And welcome to the show this morning. We're sitting outside in the Phase 2 alleyway and we've got some cloud cover. This is about one of the nicest days in July that we've had,
I
I think.
love it.
So
It's
far.
perfect.
Yeah, me too. I'm enjoying it very much. Got a good amount of rain over the weekend.
I know. So I went to Tulsa, actually, where my parents live, which is only like 15 minutes from Sapulpa. Like, they're not so far in Tulsa. Anyway, they got rain on the 4th of July.
They
Like,
did. Okay.
poured rain. So we were over there to like do fireworks and stuff, and we couldn't do anything.
Oh.
And so we get in the car and we drive back, and of course Hudson falls asleep, and there's no rain here. The streets were dry, and I was like,
much.
Hudson didn't even get to do all of his fireworks because of the pouring rain. And then there was part of me that wanted to like wake him up, be like, "Hey, we can finish."
So you did get to do fireworks after you got home or something?
No, he fell asleep on the way home.
Oh, okay.
So like when I got home, it was completely dry, but he was asleep.
Oh.
I know.
So do you have like a bunch of extra fireworks then? Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those will last. You can use those for next year, maybe.
Yeah.
I
could just be a rebel and do them anyway.
Ooh. Okay. Make sure you have your permit.
Those are expired.
I mean,
better
to have one than
not.
I guess. I don't know, but yeah, we didn't get hardly any rain at all. We did get, a tiny amount.
Mm-hmm.
And because I was sitting out there watching the fireworks and it started raining, but it wasn't enough to stop the show. It was pretty cool to watch. So anyway, hope all of you guys had a great 4th of July celebration. We had like some crazy stuff happen last week, so we're going to get into that. And we'll just start kind of just take things in chronological order. Speaking of rain, did you see that? I just saw maybe a raindrop hit.
Oh.
I don't know. Okay. I might have to abandon ship here. But anyway, we're going to try and get through this. So starting late last week on Wednesday morning, it was. Early in the morning. We're talking like 2 or 3 a.m. There was a convenience store robbery, and this is Dax Market that's located over at the corner of Line and Mission Street, and got robbed by 3 young individuals. Police are still searching for the suspects on that, and basically what happened is they walked in. The night clerk wasn't even at the counter at the time. She was working the floor, doing some housekeeping. 2 people walked right behind the counter and started grabbing, I think, tobacco products and stuff. And then the third person had a gun and went over to her, showed the gun, and they went over and got the money out of the cash register. And they made out with about $250 worth of cash and product. Not even a lot. And then they left on foot. So kind of a weird situation there. I think the police suspect that it's probably locals that did this, given how they left and the fact that they only got $250 worth of cash and product for what is an armed robbery. That's a felony. So, if they get caught, they're going to jail for a long time for a very small amount of money. And then the following day, things got worse. So Sapulpa actually had its first homicide of the year. And this was located over on North 400 block of North Johanna Street. And basically all we know at this point is that the police got a phone call in the afternoon of Thursday about a man laying in the yard that was unresponsive. They get there and they find him, and he is deceased from a gunshot wound to the chest. His name was Brandon Smith. He's been identified as 34-year-old Brandon Smith since then, and police are currently tracking down leads. They're working with the OSBI to figure that out, but both of those are still cases that are at large, so police are still working on investigation there. We are in contact with them, and we should be getting more information later this afternoon or early tomorrow morning, so be sure to stay tuned here. We'll keep you updated as we get it. But between that and then I also know there were like 5 drownings on 4th of July, and not here locally, like Keystone and stuff. But it was a really rough 4th of July weekend for a lot of folks. So that's too bad. It really is too bad. A holiday where we're all trying to celebrate, and things just kind of turn bad that way. So yeah, that's right.
Well, on good news for the 4th of July
we do have some good news.
The drone show was a huge hit.
Mm-hmm.
There was a ton of people. I was actually like driving through town while it was kind of like everyone was gathering and going, and I was like, I should really go. since it was like city supported and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But there were so many people. There were people along the road. If you've ever been to Spooktacular, that's what Kelly Lane and like Dollar Tree and all that looked like. And it was all the way down the road, Atwoods, Reesers, up the road, all the way up to Waypoint. The golf course was completely full. They shuttled them back and forth all night.
Wow.
The Central Tech was full. They shuttled back and forth. There were so many people there, but it was a huge hit. Bonus, all the drones worked this year. So that was exciting to see. And other than that, I don't know anything that was negative about that evening. So
Yeah, just the crowd, I think. I mean, that might have been the only thing.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm glad they did it. It's always a good option, especially for your veterans and the animals and stuff. Did you have? Well, actually, you said you didn't attend, right?
I didn't actually attend. No, I just kind of
Okay.
drove around and looked at everything. And I was that person I was calling Jola, and I'm like, hey, there's no police presence up here, and people are just running across the street.
Oh no.
So they got that under control, and I was just kind of some eyes around town. So it worked out, but it was all good. And I've seen some pictures, and I did see the eagle. There was a big eagle, and its wings were flapping.
Oh yeah.
I did get to see that one when I was driving through town. So
yeah, it's worth attending. If you've never been, this is like the third year they did it. And if you hadn't had the chance to attend before now, if they do this again, make it a point to go, because I think a lot of us are kind of like, we don't really fully understand how cool a drone show is until you see one in person, because you don't think that it's going to be all that interesting. And I know that some people would prefer fireworks, and that's fine. But I mean, the drones can do cool stuff that you're not thinking about. Yeah, as far as like animating up the sky and stuff, like she was talking about with the eagle and, you know, American flag waving and things like that. It's definitely different than a fireworks show, but it was very cool. So anyway, if you missed that, I hope you get the chance to go if they do it again next year. And then the other thing you were going to talk about was the showdown, right?
Yes, the Summer Showdown, which is hosted by Sapulpa Parks, and I just had it pulled up and I lost it. So our end of the summer showdown, this will be the first event, our first time we've done this event. You're going to put together a team, and then your team is going to compete around the park, and you're going to play different games. We're going to have pool races and pool jousting and gaga, basketball, beach volleyball, pickleball, all those things. So that'll be at Liberty Park on July 27th from 2 to 9. At the end of the event, they will have like a little like award ceremony, pool party for all of those that participated. And that will be the final day of the pool. So we will close it out with a big celebration. There will be a band, food trucks, face painting, vendors, all those different kinds of things. So if you are interested in that, go check out the Sapulpa Parks Facebook page or reach out to Susan over at the Parks Department. There are some requirements for your teams. You've got to have 10 people, certain ages, and things like that, because you have to have your groups will participate in all these different events for a grand winner. But you've got to have, there's like some kids that have to be on your team. Like you can't just go in there as all adults and just knock out all these other teams. So you've got to have a couple kids, some teenagers, and things like that. So you can look on Facebook for all those details.
Okay. And do we have a registration deadline or anything like that for that? Or do you know? Or?
I have no idea.
Okay. It's probably in that Facebook post that
Yeah.
I'm looking at. But, well, there's a lot to it. That's a big event. I mean, getting 10 people together for a team, that's kind of awesome. So I don't even know. You'd have to have a big family in order to do like a family team or something. But, and not everybody in your family is probably going to be athletic. You're not going to want them.
Hey, everyone may not be athletic, and that's okay.
Sounds a little bit like you're speaking from personal experience. Hey, we're not all athletic, and that's okay.
I'm pretty athletic.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I'm pretty athletic.
No, you're not talking about yourself.
No, I was talking about my brother.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's funny. All right. Okay, so I think that's about it as far as that goes, as far as the news. And we'll keep you updated on the other stuff that we mentioned at the beginning of the show as we get it. You guys stay tuned to Sapulpa Times. Let's kick it over to Jonathan for the scripture of the day, and then we'll be right back.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. And here's your scripture for today. It is 2 Samuel 22:30. And it says, with your help, I can advance against a troop. With my God, I can scale a wall. Now, maybe you're not going against a troop today, or maybe not scale a wall, but maybe you're up against things today. You're like, man, I need God's help. Man, I need some prayer. I need some encouragement. Man, this is it. I encourage you today, trust God. Look to Him for your help. Look to Him to help you get through situations and give you the ability and the peace and the wisdom to get through over things and get through things. There's nothing you come against that God's not going to help you get over. I promise you, God will be with you and He's on your side. I'm Jonathan, and I'm out.
Okay, guys, this is the part of the show where I thank all of you who subscribe to the Sapulpa Times for your monthly subscription of $4.99. Helps make this show possible, plus all the content and the investigative journalism that we do all throughout the week to keep you guys updated on the latest and what's happening in and around Sapulpa. So actually, if you guys have been watching our Facebook page, we actually put a list of everybody who subscribed over the last 30 days. And so thank you to all of you who are helping to keep this show going. We appreciate you. And if you're not, I don't know what you're waiting on. We need you to scan that QR code and start your subscription today. Super easy. And you basically just do it once and then it'll come out every month. You don't have to worry about it anymore. So it's a pretty good price, I think, for all that you get from Sapulpa Times. We appreciate it. So I do have a dad joke today.
Okay.
And I ran it by her earlier. Not like I didn't tell her the whole joke, but I wanted to make sure that I hadn't said it already. So
I haven't heard this one.
okay, good. Okay, so I have to think about how I'm going to say this right, though, because it's all in.
It is.
Yeah, it's like it's going to give you a two for one joke. The best dad jokes are like piece of a liver, piece of. Dang it! I screwed that one up. Anyway, the real joke that I was going to say is this other one about giving my pastries to pigeons, and it just made me feel really good to see that I was able to fill two birds with one scone. Okay, I feel like I'm getting a pity chuckle there. That's not like a real laugh, but okay, I'll take it.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, Lucy. I gotta polish up my act or something before I start doing these. These are terrible. So anyway, thanks for tuning into the Time of Live, guys. We appreciate you being here. We will see you again on Wednesday where we talk about all things happening in the town that we love. See you later.